Hello, people. Welcome back. Today, I'm going to discuss a topic that is functions of placenta. So, the placenta has two functions: metabolic function and endocrine function. So, in endocrine function, okay, the main function is the production of hormones and transfer of substrates to the fetus and the exchange of gases. So, in endocrine function, it has two. One is production of hormones and the transfer of substrates or substances between the fetus and the mother, and for the exchange of gases between the fetus and the mother. Yeah. Now coming to metabolic functions. So in metabolic functions, okay, what it does is like it helps the exchange of substances between the fetus and the mother. What are the substances that are exchanged between the fetus and the mother? As I already told you, here it is gases, and yeah, and more glucose, fatty acids, and amino acids. So these are the substances which are exchanged between the mother and the fetus. So coming to glucose, the glucose, it is a main source of energy for the fetus. Okay, and fetus depends on mother for glucose. Okay, glucose is transferred to the fetus via facilitated diffusion. So this is a mechanism through which this glucose is transferred between this mother and the fetus. So what are the receptors which are useful in transfer of these like glucose? Includes GLUT receptors 1 and 3. This is important, and this is also facilitated diffusion. I think is important. Okay. And also stores glycogen as a reserve for fetus. So this is a function of placenta related to glucose. And coming to fatty acids, okay, fetus uses this as a source of energy. Same, but it's a main source. It's also a source. Okay, and uses it to form cholesterol. Okay, cholesterol is used for the hormonal synthesis. Maternal triglycerides are broken down by lipases in the fatty acids. Actually, what happens is, okay, the triglycerides which are present in the mother are as such are not transferred to the child because the child can't use a complex substance. So these triglycerides have to be broken down into like small substances. So they are broken down into fatty acids by the enzyme lipases. So these fatty acids are used by the fetus. They're simple compounds now, so they can't use the triglycerides because it's a complex substance. So they can use this fatty acids. So the fatty acids are used by the fetus to the in the form like for the energy, and also using this fatty acids it synthesizes the cholesterol. So and what the fetus do with this cholesterol is like this cholesterol is useful for synthesis of some hormones in the fetus. So triglycerides are broken down into fatty acids by the lipases, and these fatty acids are used by the fetus as source of energy, but not a main source, but a source. And using these fatty acids, the fetus synthesizes cholesterol, and this cholesterol is useful for the hormonal synthesis in the fetus. Yeah. Next, amino acids. So what happens is this placenta synthesizes proteins. So, and this we all know that amino acid proteins are useful for the growth, even in us or in the fetus. So, it is useful for the growth of the fetus. And the placental, like how much protein does fetus produce, is 1.5 gram per day. This is important, and is very important, guys. So, endocrine function. So, in endocrine function, it produces two types of hormones. They are steroidal hormones and peptidal hormones. In steroidal hormones, they include estrogen, progesterone, corticosteroids. I think we can remember this easily. Estrogen, progesterone, corticosteroid. Well, next, peptide hormones: HCG, HPL, CRH, IGF, VEGF, PLGF. HCG means human chorionic gonadotropin. So this is used for the identification of pregnancy. I think we all know that. Next, HPL, that is human placental lactogen. CRH, corticotropin releasing hormone. Corticotropin releasing hormone. IGF, insulin like growth factor. VEGF, See this GF means growth factor only. Next, VEGF means vascular endothelial growth factor. Next, PLGF means placental. See, placenta is yellow also, no? Yeah. Placental growth factor, vascular endothelial growth factor, insulin like growth factor, corticotropin releasing hormone, what is this? Human placental lactogen, and human chorionic gonadotropin. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching my video. Bye bye.